the studios of Adaba FM. Good afternoon. My name is Dimeji, and this is welcoming you to a special interview program. With me in the studio, the chairman of SWAGA 23, that is the Southwest Agenda, Chief Dayo Adeyeye. It was at a time a senator representing Ekere South, that is in Ekere State. It was at some point the National Public Secretary of Afenifere and also superb chairman in Ekiti. He also worked as a teacher, I believe I'm right, at Mary Immaculate Grammar School in Ado Ekiti.
Yeah, I worked there.
And then with Punch as a journalist and Radio Nigeria. He's also a lawyer. You're welcome on the program.
Thank you, too. I was also a minister.
A minister of State for Works, yes. So we're talking about SWAGA this afternoon. So what is SWAGA?
SWAGA is Southwest Agenda for Asiwaju. It's an organization formed by very prominent, like-minded politicians from the Southwest who have come together to begin to position the Southwest to take the mantle of leadership in Nigeria in 2023. And this group debated for a very long and extensive time and came to the conclusion that the person we can put forward our best shot at this point in time is Asiwaju Tinubu, and that we need to do everything to position him properly, put him in a pole position to challenge for the presidency of Nigeria and to prevail in 2023. So this group is voluntary. It's made up of like-minded people, self-financing. We do not collect kobo from Asiwaju. Neither did we seek his permission to start the movement.
So you didn't know anything about this? Apart from on the pages of newspaper or in the media?
He probably had it like you too, and like any other person. So it's voluntary. It's not sponsored by him.
Not just a few people were shocked when you came out as the leader of SWAGA, because there are those who believe that your state governor is one name that has been touted as having interest in the 2023 presidency as well. And so people wonder why Dayo Adeyeye, because at some point people also believe that you were very close to your state governor. So should they later come out to say he has interest in the 2023? So would that not be a dilemma for you?
Oh, it will not be a dilemma for me. Fadayini has never indicated that he wants to contest for the presidency of Nigeria. Tinubu has not indicated as well. But like I said, we came out and after careful deliberations, careful analysis, we came to the conclusion that the best person, most qualified to occupy this position at this point in time is Asiwaju Tinubu. It was a decision taken without reference to any other.
What do you see in Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
We saw great qualities. Number one, he had been governor for 8 years in Lagos State, during which he performed excellently well. He has groomed so many leaders who are occupying very important positions in various spheres of national life in Nigeria today. He continues to be a dogged fighter for democracy. He was part of the democratic struggle. He continues to fight for his survival. And he was one of the architects of the present dispensation, this Buhari APC dispensation. He worked with others to form this group, form this political party, and to bring it into power. And most importantly, Asiwaju has planted fruits, planted seeds all over the country, and they are beginning to germinate. And we believe that since it's not our birthright, even if the presidency is sown to the south, it's not our birthright to produce a president. The other sons in the south are equally qualified to present candidates for the office. I'm talking of the south,
as well as the southeast, because there are those who believe it should be the turn of the southeast.
People, yeah, but as far as we are concerned, and as far as I know, in this country today, the two dominant political parties and many of the socio-political organizations agree that the presidency should rotate between the north and the south. We have not microzoned to the geopolitical zones. So the Sunni arrangement that by consensus is agreed by most prominent Nigerians leaders is that it should rotate between the north and the south. And whenever it rotates to any particular area, whether north or south, it is for all of them in that zone to compete for it. And whoever is able to prove himself to be more acceptable to Nigerians, to people from the other zones, will be the one that will prevail. So we believe that if we are going to compete with candidates that probably will come from the southeast and from the south, we need to put forward a person that we know who can successfully challenge them for the office, who in all probability will probably prevail over them, who is in a better position
to build a consensus
to win the trophy for us here in the Southwest.
Okay.
And so we came to the conclusion that the person we have at this point in time who can do that is Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Okay, when you look at your party, within your party, the All Progressives Congress, there is a lot going on at the moment, especially with the caretaker committee and all of that. There are those who believe that the governors on the platform of your party are making moves to install one of their own as president in 2023. Now, as somebody who shares a different opinion, a contrary opinion to this alleged move, how do you think is the best way to circumvent this move, if there's any truth to it?
I don't know. I don't know whether there's any truth to what we are saying. This is a matter of conjecture. I don't know whether there's any truth to it. I know, as a matter of fact, that
what I'm asking you that is that people believe that now the governors they have hijacked the structure of the party, being that one of their own is the caretaker chairman of the party.
You can't talk about all the governors have hijacked the structure of the party. You talk about passing some governors. I don't believe that there is consensus among them, because I know, as a matter of fact, that so many of these governors we talk about are supporters and admirers of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So you may be talking about a clique, a group of governors within the entire.
But don't you think that clique seems to be having the upper hand in the party?
At the end of the day, with my little experience in politics, the majority will decide. The majority, no matter your scheme, no matter whatever you have planned, you schemed, at the end of the day, the matter will come to the open, and the majority will have its way. I believe that. That is why we are already working in earnest to popularize the candidacy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, so that when eventually we are going to the convention to nominate the presidential candidate, we will be in a better position to defeat any other person coming out, no matter their schemes. It's not delegates who will vote. The delegates will come from all over Nigeria, and they will come to the convention to vote. And we know that we are going to succeed. We succeeded. I have little experience. We were there just in 1993 when Abiola prepared. I was media advisor. So we know we are not afraid. And that's why we are working. And I believe in hard work when it comes to politics. Work very hard, create your structures, and move ahead. We don't be distracted by talks of a clique of governors hijacking the party. If you hijack the party, are you hijacking the masses? Are you hijacking? Hijacking the membership of the
Prince Adeyeye, I've interacted with some people in your state, in your home state, Ekiti State.
Yes.
There are those who believe that you, as the choice, as the chairman of SWAGA, is a power move from the Asiwaju camp to checkmate some people within your state. Is that any truth to that?
I don't know that there's any person in my state who is contending with Asiwaju. I'm not aware of that. That is the truth. I'm not aware. And if there is anyone, let the person come out.
Because there is a falling out between you and your state governor, and that your choice as the chairman of SWAGA is a power move.
Even if there is
there any falling out between you and Fadayini?
I don't think there is any falling out between me and Governor Fadayini. We may not agree on on many issues. Well, that is normal. That's normal in politics. That is normal in human relations.
Was it true that when you were involved in the legal battle for your Senate seat, that you didn't get any support from that quarter?
I better leave that one. These things will come into the open at the appropriate time. But let me not just at this point in time, let's leave that out.
Okay. All right. How best do you think that the Southwest can present a common front come 2023? So that they don't lose that.
The best way we can present a common front is for all of us to rally around and come in and having identified the person we think is in a better position to successfully challenge for this position. Let us all come around and rally around behind him. Give him all the necessary support so that he can actually go forward and compete with those who might be coming out from the other zones and successfully challenge for the position. I think that's the best way. We should not. We have a penchant for always working against our own. We try to find fault. We try to destroy our best people, our best, some of our best leaders. We shouldn't. We should at this point in time put a stop to that. Every person has his own weaknesses, and they also have their own strengths. In some other places, they cover all the weaknesses of their leaders and present them as saints, only for us to discover later that they are not. So we have very competent people, particularly Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is in a position, who is well accepted throughout the country. I used to say to people that the kind of support we are trying to build for him in Southwest, there are some other zones who are already even who have gone far beyond that.
Beyond the Southwest?
Yes. That the groundswell of support for him in some other places is much more than that what we have in the Southwest. People used to dispute it until he went to Kano last week, and we saw the crowd.
The choice of Kano.
I went to Akwa Ibom.
Okay.
About 10 days ago, to as a guest of honor on the launch of Akisat, which is Akwa Ibom stakeholders for Asiwaju Tinubu. They invited me and some of the leaders of SWAGA there to come and witness what they were doing. That organization is modeled after SWAGA, and I was quite amazed when I saw the array of personalities that were there. So what we are saying is that a person who has built this kind of structures and who have this kind of support around the whole country is the best person we can put forward.
Let's talk about the choice of Kano, because a lot of people, there's a lot of insinuations about that. The choice of Kano as a venue for the Asiwaju School, the last one, the one that I had this March. A lot of people said it was inspired by politics. The bid for the presidency, how true is that?
People are free to say whatever they like. We're in the political system, so everything you do, if you smile too much to your wife, or if he comes around now and I smile too much to you, even as you are doing this interview, people will say it's politics. So everything is political. There's no harm in that. They are free to make that, to reach that conclusion, and I'm not going to dispute it. If they say the choice of Kano is political, fine. Any good politician will try to win support throughout the whole country. And if by taking your colloquium or any activity you are doing to another part of the country to gather their support, to make them feel more at home with you, so be it. What is wrong with that?
What about the 50 million naira donation? There are those say when there was problem in Ibadan, the Shasha incident, that's why Tinubu did not donate money. Why Katsina?
Katsina State witnessed a fire disaster in which so many people lost their properties. The Shasha incident cannot be compared with that. There was an ethnic tension. There was a kind of ethnic conflict in the area, in Chacha area in Ibadan. Well, in both places, properties were lost, lives were also lost. But you see, it's not in every time that you will announce and make public the kind of contributions you are making to society, to any group. People hear of the 15 million that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu has contributed to the fire disaster rebuilding program in Katsina. But are you aware of this, so many thousands of donations like that he makes in Yoruba land there on a daily basis that are not announced? That is the one you have heard about. Because I have gone to Oyo State, I have gone to Osun State, and I have
with SWAGA.
Yeah, with SWAGA, and I have gone to Ogun State with SWAGA, and you hear testimonies of people, Obas and individuals who say, no, they have been beneficiaries of Asiwaju's generosity. But unannounced. We didn't want to buy.
Let's talk about SWAGA in Ondo State. When is the launch coming up? The venue and what is going to look like? We are going to, from tomorrow, we are visiting some prominent traditional rulers in Ondo State.
In Ondo State and important leaders. We also continue, for example, tomorrow we will visit first-class robbers like Ochemawa Fondo, like the Abode of Ikale, and we visit some of our top political leaders here in Ondo State to sell the gospel of Asiwaju to them. And then on Wednesday, we will continue with this round of visits to the other senatorial districts, like going to Ikare to meet some of the top class obas there, Olowo of Owo, DJ of Akure, and also paying a courtesy call on the governor of the state, who has traveled but will be ably represented by his deputy. We have spoken with him and he has given us full cooperation, and we thank him for that. And then on Thursday, there will be the formal inauguration of the Ondo.
This Thursday?
Yes. On Thursday, the 8th of April, there will be the formal inauguration of Ondo State SWAGA coming up at the Dome in Akure here. There we expect delegates to come from all the local governments, all the wards of Ondo State, who are already members of SWAGA. SWAGA has penetrated to every ward in Ondo State, and we're expecting that delegates who are members of SWAGA will come into that dome that day, and we will formally inaugurate the Ondo State chapter of SWAGA, so that from then on they can continue with the activities of mobilizing and canvassing, sensitizing the people of Ondo State to the candidacy of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Will the event also be open to members of the public who are not yet members of SWAGA, who are interested in joining?
All those who are interested in joining SWAGA, who believe in this project, who are supportive of this project, are welcome to come to the venue. The venue is a large enough place.
Well, what time on Thursday is it?
We are commencing by 10 a.m. and hopefully we should be able to round up by 2 p.m., 2 or 3 p.m. All are welcomed. Everybody is welcome to attend. All those who have good intentions, who are supportive, who believe in this project, they are invited and they should come.
Torí àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n gbọ́ Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ẹ̀yà sọ ní Yorùbá torí àwọn èèyàn wa ní ọjọ́ Thursday ní ọjọ́ Àlàmísì ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ẹgbẹ́ SWAGA ni wọ́n máa ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ní ìpínlẹ̀ Ondo àkókò àti pé ìbò ni wọ́n á ti ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ àti pé àkókò ní ọjọ́ Thursday ni ẹ máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ àti pé àwọn wo ni ẹ retí níbẹ̀.
A máa ṣe àkókò tó a máa ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ SWAGA ní ọjọ́ kẹjọ oṣù kẹrin ọdún yìí.
Ní ọjọ́ Àlàmísì Thursday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí.
Ní Thursday ọ̀sẹ̀ yìí ní ibi tá à ń pè ní Dome ní Àkúrẹ́. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn la pè síbẹ̀, aago 10 ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tó bá ní ìfẹ́ nǹkan tá à ń ṣe tí wọ́n fi tọkàntọkàn gbàgbọ́ nínú nípa pé Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu á jẹ́ ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí, gbogbo wọn la pè síbẹ̀ káwọn náà wá síbẹ̀. Nísìnyí ẹgbẹ́ SWAGA ó ti wà ní gbogbo ibi ní Ondo State, ní gbogbo àwọn ward, ní gbogbo àwọn local government ní àmọ́ SWAGA wa. Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ tó dẹ̀ jọmọ SWAGA níbẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa wá síbi dome yẹn níjọ́ yẹn tí a lè ṣe ìbúra fún wọn, tí wọ́n á lè sọ pé láti àsìkò yẹn lọ o wọ́n á máa ṣiṣẹ́, wọ́n á máa sọ̀rọ̀, wọ́n á máa káàkiri láti máa polongo orúkọ Asiwaju Bola Ahmed.
Ara nǹkan tẹ́ ti sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ lédè Gẹ̀ẹ́sì ni pé ẹ máa káàkiri láti máa rí àwọn ọba aláyé.
Láti ọba lọ.
Kí ni ìdí tẹ́ fẹ́ lọ rí
àwọn ọba aláyé? Àwọn náà ní ìlú wa, àwọn náà ní orílẹ̀-èdè, àwọn náà ní Yorùbá land. Àwọn ọba aláyé, àwọn Odùduwà fúnra ẹ̀ fi sílẹ̀ kó máa ṣàkóso. Adẹ̀gbà yìí pé tá a bá fẹ́ jáde lọ, a gbọ́dọ̀ kọ́kọ́ lọ sọ fún àwọn bàbá wa wọ̀nyí. Ká bẹ̀ wọ́n, ká gba àdúrà lọ́wọ́ wọn pé ṣé ká máa lọ o, ṣe wà lẹ́yìn wa o. Gbogbo bí tàtẹ̀ tí ń dé láti lọ ń ṣerú ẹ̀, wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé ẹ máa nìṣó à ń tì yín lẹ́yìn, àdèmà wà lẹ́yìn ojú òdẹ ní tì yín. Táwọn bàbá yìí bá ti lè sọ fún wa pé ojú òní tiwa àdèmà ṣàṣe ọkàn wa balẹ̀ sí yẹn. Gbàtà lọ sí Ọ̀yọ́ State, a lọ sáfin ọ̀dọ̀ Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́, ó ní ojú òní tiwa, ó ní gbidi lòún wà lẹ́yìn wa pé ká máa nìṣó torí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí fún àǹfààní gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá land ni, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá pátápátá ló máa wà lẹ́yìn wa pé àwọn fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa. Adé ààfin Olúbàdàn, a wá sí Ifẹ̀ lọ́dọ̀ ní ọ̀fìfẹ́ ńgbà tá a wá sọ́ṣun state, a lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ Àtàwọ̀dà of Òṣogbo, àwọn ọba bíi 40 wá síbi tá a ti ń fi kíní ẹ̀ lọ́lẹ̀. Àwọn bíi Olúwo of Ìwó wọ́n sọ̀rọ̀ ńbẹ̀ tí gbogbo yín bọ̀ tó ń sọ wípé ọ̀fẹ́ ọmọ àlè Yorùbá nìkan ni ò ní fọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ pẹ̀lú wa láti gbé Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu jáde.
Ìpolongo ìbò ìtì ẹ má kí ẹ̀ka tí ẹ jẹ́ kí n bí ṣé àwọn tí ó bá wà ní ẹgbẹ́ yín nìkan, ẹgbẹ́ APC nìkan ló lè darapọ̀ mọ́ yín, àbí tó bá rí ẹni tí ó wà ní ẹgbẹ́ mi pé mo nífẹ̀ẹ́ sí SWAGA o, ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lè darapọ̀ mọ́ yín?
Gbogbo èèyàn lápè bí o bá wà ní ẹgbẹ́ PDP àbí ẹgbẹ́ kẹgbẹ́ ẹ lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wa sí ní SWAGA bó bá tẹ̀ wá jẹ́ olóṣèlú ṣùgbọ́n tó gba nǹkan tá à ń ṣe tó tẹ́ ẹ lọ́rùn o lè darapọ̀ mọ́ wa náà. jẹ́ kí n ṣe àpèjúwe kan nígbà tá a lọ ṣe ti Ogun State l'Abẹ́òkúta àwọn ẹgbẹ́ tó ń pè ní IPAC tó jẹ́ gbogbo àwọn gbogbo àwọn
ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú
àwọn ẹgbẹ́ olóṣèlú tó jẹ́ ìgbìmọ̀ wọn gbogbo wọn náà jáde
Interparty Advisory Council
gbogbo wọn tó jẹ́ pé 100 political party míì gbogbo wọn náà wà darapọ̀ mọ́ wa ní Abẹ́òkúta tó ní nǹkan tá à ń ṣe yìí o bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ pé àwọn ò kì í ṣe ẹgbẹ́ APC o táwọn ọ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ ṣe ẹgbẹ́ APC o ṣùgbọ́n ní ti Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu yìí o àwọn darapọ̀ mọ́ wa àwọn á dẹ̀ máa bá wa polongo ẹ̀ wọ́n dẹ̀ wà níjọ́ yẹn á dẹ̀ gbà wọ́n wọlé sẹ́gbẹ́ SWAGA so ẹgbẹ́ SWAGA wà fáwọn ọmọ APC nìkan gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ ẹnikẹ́ni bó bá jẹ́ bricklayer ni ẹ bóyá yálọ́jà ni ẹ bóyá onímọ́tò ni ẹ tó wà mọ́tò.
ẹ̀rẹ̀ ní fọwọ́rọ́ ẹnikẹ́ni sẹ́yìn mo ṣe pé àtàgbò kan ẹ máa sọ pé àwọn sọmọ ẹgbẹ́ APC o.
rárá nítorí pé ìgbà tá Aṣíwájú lágbára Ọlọ́run bá di ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè.
ẹ má ti jẹ ká mẹ́rin lọ sílẹ̀
ìgbà tó bá di
ẹ má ti jẹ
ó dá mọ́ gbogbo wa nítorí pé nígbà tó bá yá a ó ní ta ẹnikẹ́ni sẹ́yìn gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ló máa jàǹfààní ìjọba ẹ̀ ìdí ẹ̀ nìyẹn tá a fi gba gbogbo èèyàn wọlé kò sẹ́ni tá a gbà wọlé kì í ṣọ̀rọ̀ pé ẹlẹ́gbẹ́jẹgbẹ́ báyìí gbogbo ènìyàn la pè àti ẹgbẹ́ PDP o àti ẹgbẹ́ gbogbo ẹgbẹ́ pátápátá àti ẹni tó ń ṣèṣèlú rárá gbogbo wọn la pè mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ fi dá yín lójú pé àwọn tó kì í ṣèṣèlú tán wà lára wa pọ̀ gan tó ń ṣe ẹgbẹ́ kankan tó ń bá wa ṣe ẹgbẹ́ SWAGA yìí wọ́n pọ̀ dáadáa inú mi dẹ̀ dùn pé a ti tún rí pé tí wọ́n tá máa ṣe ìfilọ́lẹ̀ ẹjọ́ Àlàmísì tẹ̀ ń sọ yìí àwọn kan bẹ́ẹ̀ rí wọn àwọn oníròyìn á rí wọn tó hàn kì í ṣẹgbẹ́ òpèlú kan tá ń jáde tá ń sọ̀rọ̀ yìí pé ṣùgbọ́n eléyìí o àwọn
fọwọ́ sí. Before we go, let's talk a bit about insecurity in the land. It's a very serious issue. The dimension of it we have in the Southwest is kidnapping, and then the farmer and others clashes. What do you think is the best approach, one, to resolve the problem? And what do you think about the involvement of non-state actors?
Security should be everybody's business. The approach has not been good enough. Here in the Southwest, I have seen some attempts being made by some of the governors of the Southwest to create some military organizations like the Atlanteco to handle these issues. But I think they should go beyond that, because in the last time when I checked, Atlanteco is not even authorized to carry arms. And if you are not going to carry arms, you are going to face those who are winning AK-47 rifles. You are not likely to be able to successfully challenge them and curb their atrocities. So I believe that it should be more intelligence-based. Security should be more intelligence-based. In every hamlet, every village, every town, what we should be doing now in Yoruba land particularly is to set up security committees, vigilante groups, who will monitor their various environments and localities and make appropriate reports, and also to empower them in any way that we can to be able to secure and defend their villages and communities. The police organization in Nigeria today is extremely artificial. It's not in a position to defend anybody. I give you an example. You post a DPO from Sokoto to my hometown in Isekiti, and then you support him with officers from various parts of Nigeria. What is their business? If somebody is killing, do they have emotional attachment to that? Do they feel the emotion? No, they don't. I would rather have preferred that every person who is working as policeman in my place should be
from the place.
From the place. They know the place. They are emotionally attached to the place. They know their relatives, their people are involved. And if anything happens, they could be the victims. Their family could be the victims. And so they will do the work diligently. More importantly, the community will support them even more. Because they know them, they are all together. They will support them. They will give them information. They don't want them to fail. They are all interacting together. That's the only way in which we can police successfully all these communities. Because the security issue in Nigeria is absolutely a terrible and dangerous dimension. and we must act quickly. And all these people who are grandstanding and saying that the police, community police is not allowed, this one is not allowed. I will make a case that we should have state police, but I will even say we should go beyond that and have local government police. But
just like the council police in the
while
US.
Nigeria is dilly-dallying, while our leaders are dilly-dallying and grandstanding and making spurious excuses why it should not happen, we should take immediate actions. These governors and our obas should take immediate action to secure the environment by creating what I call local security committees and vigilante groups in their various places, like what you used to call Olode in those days. We used to have. You have your own citizens, your own people, acting as Olode, monitoring day and night the environment. And every community should therefore be able to make some contribution to this to a kind of security fund to their own various communities that they can use, to assist the structures they are creating, which is the security committee and vigilante.
Just as some people who are calling for secession, do you think that is the solution?
No, secession is a last resort. I don't want to blame those who are calling for secession per se, because it's born out of frustration, a kind of helplessness that Nigeria is not even that our leaders have no vision for the future. And people believe that their future is being jeopardized, the youth particularly, and so they see that the only way out is probably to create their own various republics and then exit from Nigeria, which they think is the main problem. So it's a burnout of frustration, and we can be addressed if we begin to tackle these issues headlong. If we begin to solve the problem of security, if we give hope to the hopeless by creating a vibrant economy in which some of these youths are gainfully engaged, and then you begin a massive program of industrialization. I think we can overcome this.
All right, thank you very much, Prince Dayo Adeyeye, the chairman of SWAGA, Southwest Agenda. You've heard it from him. SWAGA will be launched on Thursday at the Dome at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you very
Prince
much for
Dayo
having
Adeyeye.
me. Thank you.
My name is Dimeji Daniels. Up next is Global News.
It's like the rush of flood waters, surrounded by the beauty of nature. Oblivious of everyday chaos, that's Adaba, 80.9 FM. The beauty that brings order to our everyday struggles.